our next question is about the average age. We have said boys are exposed around 11, girls maybe a little older. Is this still consistently kind of goes along with what you're seeing, or do you think girls and boys kind of get exposed at the same age now, younger?
I think with the onslaught of technology, I do think it's probably becoming the same.
Mm-hmm.
I've had clients who were teens. They were, 16, 17, 18 years old, and they were exposed to porn at 7 or 8,
Yeah.
at a friend's house,
Yeah.
look online playing games, so it's that technology, the accessibility to being exposed to pornography. It's kind of an even playing field now.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas I think maybe early on boys would get more access because of a dad's stash of Playboys or things like that, where they
Right.
had more access to that environment and the girls didn't. But I do think now with technology, it's the playing field's pretty even.
And that's so interesting because I just sent Heather a stat this morning that I read on Fight the New Drug website. And it was saying that they did a survey and 44% of the kids, students, said they had access porn at school. And most
Mm-hmm.
of them were on even a school device. And so it's just, I think we have to get out of the mindset of keeping our kids, keeping our kids, keeping our kids. Yes, I do that. I have controls on everything. We lock things up, but having a mindset of when this happens, when you're exposed, when
Mm-hmm.
maybe one of your friends is sexually curious with you and asks you to do something, and those kind of conversations of almost like mentally rehearsing with your kids of what to do, um, could have possibly helped somebody like you or like me when that
Mm-hmm.
happened to us say, okay, my mom has already told me several times what to do in this instant, and that did save
Mm-hmm.
my daughter from some sexual trauma with a neighbor friend. She came to me right away because I had already shared my story with her and told her, that this could happen. I don't want to scare you,
Mm-hmm.
but our world is kind of scary. So,
Yeah.
like preparing them.
And sometimes I think that as parents, we don't know what we don't know. And a lot of times we tell our children things because of our experiences, and we don't necessarily think outside of our experiences
Right.
unless we are getting some training or advice from somebody else, which goes back to, again, Crystal, what you're doing with parents and equipping them, I think is so great, because what we've come across a lot is parents who say, oh, well, my kids are good. They
Mm-hmm.
won't need that. And it's like, well, that's great if your kids can control every single thing that happens in their world, which none of us can, right? And
Right.
so I think the most we can do is just try and equip our kids, which is so, so helpful in the
Yeah.
long run.